Hi you lot, this is John McCririck and welcoming you to episode 13, Net Carpet 13 of Ask Big Mac. Now just to explain again, I'm in this ridiculous Christmas sweater and this awful lights around here pretending to be festive for the horrible, horrible Christmas. Thank goodness we've got Boxing Day racing, that saves the whole thing, but I just apologise. Booby makes me wear this, and of course what she says goes. It is absolutely awful. Anyway, now before I start it, make sure you subscribe, as I keep on saying, to my YouTube channel. There it is, the YouTube channel. Okay, Booby, I've done all that. What questions have we got? Let's get, for once, some interesting ones, Booby. They've been awful for the last 12 weeks. Let's get an interesting one. Right. Come on.
First question from Andy Tingley on Facebook, who says, all-weather courses are popping up everywhere. How long before that's all we have?
Well, it's a fear of many people, Andy, that we are going to the all-weather way, but we certainly won't. There's no need to. In America, virtually all the courses, they're all-weather, but most of them have turf as well. So turf and all-weather go together. Remember, there was a terrible snobbery against the all-weather that came in 1989 at Lingfield. There was a dozen races that day at Lingfield, all sponsored by William Hill. And the objection and the tradition of saying, oh, this is terrible, dirt racing and all that. Well, things that come on is that it is betting shop fodder, keeping the turnover going, and it keeps a lot of people in employment. Very interesting, actually, that Wolverhampton in January are saying that everyone comes in free. I think that's a really splendid initiative, isn't it? Good that so few people go, and most people at racecourses are either the connections or doing work there, or the grubby hacks who get in for nothing. So not many people pay. So Wolverhampton, if you want a chance to go free racing, Wolverhampton in January, that is an encouragement. But I'm absolutely all for all-weather racing. The standard is improving, and people who want to bet on the horses, well, often the turf doesn't sort of satisfy them, or in different times of the year. I remember the times I put out of work back in the 60s, when the freezes came and the rains came and betting shops were closed. Unbelievable. They didn't say it just for the Dagenham or Hackney dog meeting. Betting shops actually closed because there was no racing. Then they brought it in from Cannes-sur-Mer and all places like that and tried to keep racing going. But the all-weather's come along, absolutely right. And I'm absolutely all for it. But we aren't going to be taken over by all-weather racing, but it's here to stay, and terrific that it is. It fulfills a need among many people. Right, Booby, number 2.
Question 2 from Deb Brigden again on Facebook, who asks, what 3 dinner guests would you invite round, past or present, and why?
Well, Deb, first of all, the Booby would do the cooking. She is a fantastic cook. We've only got a tiny little kitchen in our Primrose Hill hovel that we live in. But Booby would definitely do the cooking. The wine, we'd have it really sort of, I like my pink Dom Perignon, quite frankly. And we'd have some Chateau Rothschild and all that. So we'd have all that, we'd do that, and the food would be absolutely excellent. People I'd have along. I think the man most mentioned, because the Racing Post run this every week, don't they, who would be your favourite dinner guest. And the man, I think, who's got, I don't know if any anorak out there is sort of counting up the number of people and who they all were, but Sir Mark Prescott gets on so many lists. He's absolutely fantastic. Once a year, he honours us with a visit here, and we're so proud. We lay out the red carpet and we bow and scrape, and the great man comes in and entertains us. He is absolutely fantastic. So Sir Mark Prescott, top of so many other people's list, is certainly top of mine. The greatest jockey, John Frankham, he's a pleasure to be with, and the dinner conversation would sparkle with him and Sir Mark bouncing off each other. I think that would be absolutely terrific. And the third one I'd put in would be Dorothy Paget, who was the great owner in the late 30s and the 40s, Golden Miller, of course, and the extraordinary lifestyle that she led. She could tell us how she was able to bet 12 hours after the race, and bookmakers took her these huge bets, say £1,000, which in those days was absolutely colossal, betting on a kind of age that's long since passed. But Dorothy Paget would tell us all about her horses and champion hurdlers and Gold Cup winners, everything that she had. So she would be an extraordinary eccentric to mix along with John Frankham and also, of course, Sir Mark Prescott. But that would be a terrific 3. But Booby, you would do the cooking, right? You tell me, would you do it, Booby?
I'd have to.
You'd have to, yes, quite right. Get on with it. Question number 3.
Question 3 is from Kipper Ray on Twitter, who asks, you once told my aunt all your jewellery was all Ratner's cast-offs. Is this true?
Absolutely true. It is not worth, this is real absolute junk here. It's not worth half a prawn sandwich. So, you know, anybody who thinks of sort of robbing me is absolutely pointless. It's all glass and paste and all that sort of thing. But it's loud, shallow, insincere, just like me. Sums me up for what I am. A show off with nothing. So absolutely right, you've got that dead right. Even Mr. Ratner wouldn't keep this in his worst of his stalls. So that's the story behind this lot of thing. But I thank you all for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube. There it is, my YouTube channel. And keep sending in your questions on Twitter @RealMcCririck and Facebook /RealMcCririck by adding the hashtag AskBigMac. If I didn't answer your question this week, there's always next week to come. Put in some more questions. They're quite interesting ones this week. Put in some more and make me think a bit and get the booby puzzling as to what answer will emerge from this.